What up YouTube, J-Dog here, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, which will be about ghost hunting. If you guys are into that type of content, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video, as this will be nothing but ghost hunting videos from Nevada and down the road, hopefully around the country. So in this video, I'm going to go over the 30 most haunted places in the United States for now, and then in my next video, which will probably be out next week, will be across the world. So let's get into it with the 30 most haunted places in America. First place we have will be the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. That hotel is haunted, and that hotel was based on the movie by Stephen King called The Shining. Next up, we have the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Then we have the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. I have seen that house on the Sam and Colby YouTube channel, where they went there, and supposedly the person who built the house was told by spirits how to build the house. So some of the house is really weird how it's built. Some of the house you can go up different floors. Some houses staircases lead to absolutely nowhere. There are doors that lead to nowhere, and everything else. So that's what the Winchester Mystery House is like in San Jose. And if you want to catch that video, just go to Sam and Colby's YouTube channel to see that video. Next up, we have the Hotel Monte Vista in Flagstaff, Arizona. Then we have the St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida, one of the haunted lighthouses in the United States. Then we have Pine Barrens in New Jersey. It is a forest, 1 million acres, expands 7 counties. Then we have the House of the Seven Gables in Salem, Massachusetts. Then of course we have the Gettysburg Battlefield in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That is the battleground that took place during the Civil War back in the 1860s. If you guys don't know, the Civil War took place between 1861 and 1865 between the North and the South here in the United States. And the Battle of Gettysburg was one of the most famous fights in that war. Next up, we have the Pittock Mansion in Portland, Oregon. Then we have the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia. There was a lunatic asylum. A lot of people that went there that were lunatics ended up dying there, and that is one of the most haunted places. Next up, we have a Ponset Bridge in Greenville, South Carolina. Then we have Kawaba in Alabama. Then we have the Faulkner House Books in New Orleans, Louisiana. Next up, we have the Whaley House in San Diego, California. That place is hard to get into to do an investigation, and that is also where there's a cemetery. I did see the Whaley House in Ghost Adventures, as well as on another YouTube channel called TFIL. So be sure to check out that video as well if you haven't seen it yet. Next up, we have the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Then we have the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Dock Street Theater, Charleston, South Carolina. Then we have the Mizpah Hotel in Tonopah, Nevada. That is not the only place in Tonopah that I would definitely go to. We do have the Clown Motel also in Tonopah, which I would definitely go to see how it is, do an overnight investigation there and see what I can get. Next up is the Red Onion Saloon in Skagway, Alaska. I don't think I'm going to get to Alaska anytime soon, but that would be cool to get up there. Next up is the San Fernando Cathedral in San Antonio, Texas. Who would think that a church or cathedral, let alone, would be haunted? Then we have the New Amsterdam Theater. We have the New Amsterdam Theater in New York City. Then we have the Moon River Brewing Company in Savannah, Georgia. Then we have the Devil's Tramping Ground in North Carolina. Then we have the Calcasieu Courthouse in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Then we have the Queen Anne Hotel in San Francisco. The Masonic Temple in Detroit. The Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast in Massachusetts, and the Sheffield Island Lighthouse in Norwalk, Connecticut. There's 2 I left out on the list because these 2 are the most haunted places. We do have the RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach, California, one of the most haunted places in the United States. And if you've never heard about it, check out, once again, Sam and Kobe's YouTube channel. Check out Mo Sargi's YouTube channel. Check out TFIL's YouTube channel. And I believe Omar Gosh TV went there as well. I'm not too sure about that, but I know Sam and Kobe went there. I know Mo Sargi, and I know TFIL went there. So be sure to check those 3 YouTube channels out. And the most haunted room on the ship is room B340. It's very hard to get that room because they have that room closed to the public. And once every now and then they do open it for limited time. So if I ever get a chance to go there, I would definitely like to get into room B340 to do an investigation there. And the one that actually shocked me on this list was Lincoln Park Zoo in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. Not a lot of people know that where the zoo sits today was a cemetery at one point in the 1840s into the 1850s. 35,000 people were actually buried at that cemetery. And when they built the zoo, they got rid of all the bodies and moved them. So where the zoo is currently is where the cemetery used to be. So those are the 30 most haunted places here in the United States. Down in the comment section below, where would you guys want to go? Or where would you like to see me go? Would you guys like to see me stay within the state of Nevada and go to a couple of haunted places here? And I do have several places here in Nevada that I want to go to. We do have Fox Ridge Park in Henderson, Nevada, which is supposedly haunted by a little boy that was struck and killed by a drunk driver while playing ball with his family. I have done investigations there. I have them on my main YouTube channel. We do have Good Springs, Nevada, the Pioneer Saloon, which is haunted. There are bullet holes inside the restaurant. So whenever I have time, I'm going to go down there, talk to the owner, see if I can maybe stay a few hours after they close, do an investigation, see what I can get. Of course, you have Tonopah, which I wouldn't mind going to. Go to the Clown Motel up there. And they do have a really old cemetery that is right next to the hotel. So I'm definitely going to try to take a 4-hour drive up there to Tonopah. I know there's a couple ghost towns between here and Tonopah. I know Good Springs is kind of like a ghost town, but not really. So I'm definitely going to go and investigate there. There's one place I would love to go to here in Nevada. It's called Bonnie Springs Ranch. And that is supposedly the most haunted place here in the state of Nevada. But the only situation with that is they closed for good, I believe, last year. So it's going to be very hard to get in there without getting caught by security or even police. So that's right now out of the question unless if I can figure out a way to get in there. But who knows. So if you guys like this content, leave a like. Please consider subscribing. Once again, this is going to be my new YouTube channel for ghost hunting and anything but spiritual activity. So please consider subscribing. And let's see how well we do on this channel. Alright guys, my name is J-Dog, and I will be seeing you soon. Peace.